City of Cairo Tour, a 3-hour evening that stole my heart. By Alice Phillips. Evening arrival. Cairo Tower. As the van pulled up and I stepped out into the fading golden light of Cairo's evening, I could feel a buzzing excitement in the air. The kind of thrill that only comes from knowing you're about to witness something extraordinary. Our first stop? The Cairo Tower, rising like a lotus flower above the skyline. The tower was already glowing in the warm hues of the setting sun. From the observation deck, I could see the whole city unfurl beneath me like a living, breathing mosaic. The Nile River shimmered like a silver ribbon, winding its way through centuries of history. I took a deep breath. The air was cooler up there, and for a moment it felt like time paused just for me. I snapped photo after photo, but honestly, no lens could capture what my eyes were drinking in. Memorable impression, watching the sunset from Cairo Tower made me feel like I was floating between time and eternity. Felucca ride on the Nile. Back on the ground, the night had begun to settle in. Warm, perfumed with spices, and alive with the sounds of the city. We headed straight to the banks of the Nile for a Felucca ride. And let me tell you, it was nothing short of magical. The sailboat glided silently across the water, and Cairo's skyline twinkled around us like a galaxy of its own. There were no engines, just the breeze and the hush of water lapping against the boat. I leaned back, soaking it in. Couples laughing quietly, the occasional distant honk, and the feeling of being a tiny soul adrift in something timeless. It felt like the Nile was whispering its secrets to me. Memorable impression. That serene drift on the Nile in a Felucca felt like poetry in motion. Egyptian dinner. After stepping off the Felucca, I was more than ready for some authentic Egyptian food. We were taken to a local restaurant. Nothing flashy, but bursting with personality. The smell hit me before the food even reached the table. Cumin, garlic, grilled meats, and freshly baked baladi bread. I had kosheri, a hearty mix of rice, lentils, pasta, and spicy tomato sauce, and it completely won me over. Every bite was comfort and culture all rolled into one. The server even taught me how to say delicious in Arabic, laziz. I repeated it more than once that evening. Memorable impression. Discovering kosheri was like discovering Cairo in a bowl. Bold, layered, and unforgettable. Final stop, local café. To wrap up the evening, we wandered into a nearby local café. The place was buzzing with life. Friends gathered around small tables, smoke curling up from shishas, and cups of tea clinking gently on saucers. I ordered a mint tea, and let me just say, it was the perfect final note to the evening's symphony. As I sipped and listened to the hum of conversation around me, I felt something shift. Cairo had stopped being just a destination. It had become a feeling, warm, textured, mysterious, and very much alive. Memorable impression. Sitting among locals in a Cairo cafe, I felt less like a tourist and more like a thread in the city's tapestry. Final thoughts, 3 hours. That's all it took for Cairo to carve a permanent space in my heart. From soaring above the city at sunset to floating on its ancient river, sharing laughter and tea with its people. I didn't just see Cairo that night. I felt it.